Welcome home to philosophy, where we wonder about everything and anything is possible. Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Corey, the Laughing Philosopher. Life is complicated. The world is complicated, and you are complicated. Figuring out how to live a happy, meaningful life, guided by wisdom and reason, is not easy. Is life a game? What is love? Should I fear death? Is this a just world? Almost from the moment of birth, you've been told how to behave, how to fit in, and how to fulfill other people's expectations. You fear that you will lack importance or cease to exist in the lives of others if you think for yourself and question the rules and roles you've been told define you. Wisdom and reason will remove this illusion so you can live authentically in the world around you, find your true purpose, and become your real self. Welcome to episode number 116. Schopenhauer's Brutal Wisdom. Why intelligent people struggle in a stupid world. Congratulations, you're highly intelligent. Now prepare to suffer. You're too smart to ever be happy. Schopenhauer explains why. Arthur Schopenhauer is the ultimate grumpy genius of philosophy. A 19th century German thinker who believed life is nothing but endless pain and suffering. Human desires and aspirations are a cruel joke, and happiness is an illusion. He loved solitude, despised small talk, and preferred the company of his pet poodles over human contact. Schopenhauer was convinced the world is driven and controlled by an irrational, all-powerful force, an unstoppable, blind will that makes us all slaves to our own pointless cravings. But despite his gloomy and pessimistic philosophy of life, Schopenhauer's sharp wit, brutal honesty, and weird but brilliant insights have fascinated and frustrated philosophers for centuries. Do you ever feel like an outsider in a world of fools? If you've ever felt like a highly intelligent person in a group of mediocre thinkers, Schopenhauer will be your favorite philosopher. What's it feel like to be intelligent in a world of stupid people? Intelligence is not bound by social norms, relationships, or other people's expectations. Intelligence is unpredictable. Intelligence can't be coerced and compelled. Intelligence can't be controlled. Intelligence doesn't react to the last thing that happened with the first thought that presents itself. Intelligence doesn't react. Intelligence calculates. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has regrets. There is no perfect life. Intelligence understands that it can and will make wrong choices. Intelligence, however, doesn't spend the rest of its life paying for them. Intelligence doesn't cling to its regrets and wait. Intelligence understands that all you get by waiting is more waiting. Intelligence isn't afraid to let go. Let go or be dragged, it says. Paradoxically, the exact traits and qualities that make an intelligent person insightful, penetrating, and wise are also those that cause what I must call intelligent suffering. What is Schopenhauer's dark truth about being smarter than everyone else? Is intelligence doomed to be miserable? Schopenhauer's harsh truths are a guide to surviving the curse of intelligence in a world of stupidity. You are too smart. That's why life feels awful. Be prepared to struggle. Schopenhauer explains how and why. First, be prepared to hurt others. The intelligent are truth tellers. Truth hurts. Truth destroys the dreams we live by and the comfortable illusions behind the lies we tell ourselves. Truth tellers are punished for speaking the truth, especially when the truth is right in front of our eyes, but hidden by familiarity. Jesus, a remarkably intelligent person, welcomed almost everyone in friendship. Almost. There was one type of person even Jesus intensely disliked and refused to tolerate. A person who pretended to have virtues or moral beliefs that he did not actually possess, especially a person whose actions give the lie to his stated principles. In a word, hypocrites. Hypocrites are right in front of our eyes, but we can't see them. They are hidden by familiarity. When he awakened his followers to the hypocrisy of their religious leaders, Jesus made powerful enemies. Truth tellers can wind up paying a terrible price. Truth is costly. Tell the truth, and your spouse will think you're cruel. Tell the truth, and your colleagues and co-workers will think you're difficult. Tell the truth, and your boss will think you're challenging his authority. A familiar liar is safe. A truthful person is risky and dangerous. Lying is just fantasy building. Lying is constructive. Truth-telling is destructive. A thief is preferable to an honest person. With a thief, you can control what he steals. But an honest person is like a time bomb. You never know when he will tell the truth. Schopenhauer believed that the intelligent struggle to seek and to tell the truth, while the rest of us prefer comfortable lies and fantasies. He said, The common man is not concerned about the truth, but only about what is pleasant. Second, be prepared to experience different degrees of aloneness. As an intelligent person, you must be prepared to turn your back on friends and family, to ghost even those you love and care most about. The more intelligent you are, the more difficult to connect with the average person, leading to frustration and loneliness. You've grown. They've stagnated. They are who they have always been. You are all that you can be. The sky doesn't fall because the world doesn't change. Change is another word for your life. You've changed. It's your fault. You outgrew them. They moved away from you by standing still. Be prepared for a degree of loneliness known only to the intelligent. Some people are destined to walk with you only for a season. Some people are fated to stay and decorate your life only until it's time for you to grow. Solitude is not selfish. It is essential. Schopenhauer believed that the highly intelligent prefer solitude simply because social interaction with the rest of us feels boring and unfulfilling. He said, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone. And if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom. For it is only when he is alone that he is really free." Third, be prepared to feel cursed by the gift of insight. You analyze everything. You calculate everything. You turn over every stone. You think deeply about everything. You see mistakes everywhere. You see problems with other people's solutions. You can't stop yourself. You can't turn it off. You see farther, deeper, and more clearly than everyone else. You question everything and accept nothing that doesn't agree with your own insight and clarity. You can't just accept things as they are. Your insight isn't a gift. It's a curse. The curse of intelligence. Intelligence brings misery. Schopenhauer believed that intelligence brings greater awareness of life's miseries, making the intelligent more prone to suffering. He said, "The higher the intelligence, the more the mind suffers." Fourth, be prepared to see mediocrity win over excellence, style win over substance, image win over value, praise win over worth, playing by the rules win over attaining the goal, popularity win over accomplishment, imitation win over authenticity, busyness win over productivity, ignorant certainty win over wise doubts. Low achievable standards win over high meaningful standards. Marrying the boss's daughter win over curing cancer. Intelligence listens more than it speaks. If you have nothing more valuable and important to say than silence, you don't speak and prove it. You will see fools so certain of themselves, while the wise are so full of doubts. You will struggle to communicate complex ideas to those who can think only in simple, basic, ordinary terms. You will be ignored or misunderstood. Schopenhauer believed that the highly intelligent will be targets of envy from those who resent their superiority. He said, "Almost all of our sorrows spring from our relations with other people." Fifth, be prepared to be a lone wolf in a herd-driven world. We are social beings. Our biography is social. 2 of us are required just to create a new one. Collaboration is more powerful than individuality. Conformity to the majority's norms and values guarantees other people's success, but not you. You are an individual. You don't conform. You don't fit in a category. You can't be and won't be labeled. Just as the map is not the territory and the menu is not the meal, you announce to the world, "I am more than what I do. I am me." You are driven by your own wisdom and personal values rather than conventional wisdom and the herd's rules and roles. You choose freedom with the risk of failure rather than success without freedom. You live by your own code of conduct. All you need is yourself and your thoughts. The wolf doesn't need the sheep's approval. Alone is not synonymous with lonely. Your solitude is not empty. It is full of answers. Self-reliance is the chief cornerstone of your life. Be prepared for your independence to be threatening to the rest of the herd. Other people think, feel, and act as they are told almost from the moment of birth. The limits of the herd's rules and roles are the limits of who they are and what they can be. But what you can be and what you ought to be, you will be. When you stop conforming and start thinking for yourself, be prepared to be seen as dangerous. Schopenhauer believed that intelligence and solitude go hand in hand. Society fails to understand and appreciate great minds. The highly intelligent are ignored or misunderstood because they see truths and possibilities that the rest of us simply can't comprehend. He said, Great minds are like eagles and build their nest in some lofty solitude. Sixth, be prepared to play dumb. Society expects the intelligent to downplay their abilities so as to avoid envy and resentment. The intelligent are pressured to conform to mediocre thinkers at the cost of their true self. Be prepared to have few or no friends. The people around you won't understand you. You will try to explain yourself, but it will be like trying to explain geometry to a dog. Your friends can't get it because they can't see what you see. The majority of people chase what society has told them to chase: wealth, fame, power, prestige. These goals are insatiable, unfulfilling, unattainable, and fleeting. You can't get enough of them. They won't make you happy. For almost everyone, but a lucky few, they are not achievable, and you can't take them with you. These worldly goals have never been a guarantee of true happiness, and yet you see happiness as the sole aim of living. So, be prepared to hunt alone and feast alone. And to make and keep friends, be prepared to play dumb and pretend to be stupid. Schopenhauer said, "Some people think I'm stupid, and sometimes that's the smartest thing about me." Seventh, be prepared for your intelligence and your social life to be in perpetual conflict. How many hours have you wasted in pointless conversations just to avoid looking rude? How many times have you laughed at a joke that didn't really amuse you? Social life is more than interaction. It's a transaction where you are expected to trade a piece of yourself for the acceptance and approval of others. The real cost of other people's approval is the number of heartbeats you must exchange for it. Schopenhauer said, "We forfeit 3/4 of ourselves in order to be like other people." And eighth, be prepared to see what others can't. Social life is a theater of actors, masks, roles, scripts, costumes, and performances disguised as courtesy and staged as real life. The price of social life is mediocrity. The more intelligent you are, the less sense it makes. Conversations are just noise. Relationships are superficial. Friendships are temporary and fleeting. Aristotle discussed 3 types of friendships. Pleasure friends are those you do pleasurable things with. But when the pleasure ends, the friendship ends. Useful friends are those you work with toward a shared goal. But when the goal is achieved, the friendship stops. True friends are 2 souls in one body. The friendship never ends and is so exceptional, you would be blessed to have 5 true friends in a lifetime. The more you think about social life, the more incoherent it becomes. The less you can ignore its hypocrisy, the less you will fit in. Schopenhauer said, "With people of only moderate ability, modesty is mere honesty. But with those who possess great talent, it is hypocrisy." The intelligent value their time and attention more than other people's acceptance. The intelligent don't need to be on stage. The intelligent don't want to play at being. Intelligence does not crumble if it's not invited to the next party. The intelligent choose freedom with the risk of rejection rather than acceptance without freedom. Rejection is a stepping stone and not a stumbling block. Intelligence asks, "What can I learn from this?" True freedom is not doing what you want, but being who you are. Not caring what other people think and expect of you is true freedom. Intelligence doesn't need approval. Schopenhauer said, "To be alone is the fate of all great minds." Schopenhauer said, "Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see." The intelligent don't try to control the future before it happens. Trying to make the unpredictable predictable is a losing battle. The intelligent mind creates a space where it can stop trying to control things. Control what others think of you. Control what's outside of you. Control what happens to you. Intelligence embraces the predictability of unpredictability. Trying to control everything is like running a race with no finish line. Freedom is not having what we want. It's wanting what we want, said Schopenhauer. We can know the past, but we can't change it. We can change the future, but we can't know it. The intelligent are just like you. They experience regrets. Regrets hurt simply because it is a debt you owe yourself that you can never repay. The rest of us try to pay it back for the rest of our life. The intelligent forgive themselves and let it go. You are too smart to be happy. Schopenhauer's brutal wisdom is that the intelligent person's happiness is but an occasional episode in a general drama of pain. This is the end. And so, if you've come this far, you must be highly intelligent. Once again, I congratulate you, for now you are better prepared for the struggle of your life, my friend. Fear not, it's the only good fight left, and you will walk with the gods. I leave you with one of my favorite poems. I Will Not Die an Unlived Life, by the poet Donna Markova. I will not die an unlived life. I will not live in fear of falling or catching fire. I choose to inhabit my days, to allow my living to open me, to make me less afraid, more accessible, to loosen my heart until it becomes a wing, a torch, a promise. I choose to risk my significance, to live so that which came to me as seed goes to the next as blossom, and that which came to me as blossom goes on as fruit.